if you're Googling this,
Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Let's see here. Start. Welcome. Happy Friday to you wherever you are. Glad to be here with you on this live. And today we're going to be shifting paradigms. We're going deep into why narcissists are trapped in the hell realm. This is what we're talking about today. Why narcissists are trapped in the hell realm. So the mechanics of the hell realm and how narcissists get trapped in the hell realm. This is what we're talking about. Why narcissists are demons who are trapped in the hell realm and what this means for empaths. Talofa, Trisha, how you doing? Come on in. Tell somebody. But today we're going deep into understanding how narcissists get trapped in this hell realm and how empaths set themselves free with forgiveness and compassion. So we're talking about the mechanics of the hell realm and how this hell realm traps narcissists and what empaths can do to free themselves from the hell realm and the entanglements of the hell realm. So come on in. So glad to be here with you. We're going to get started with understanding the hell realm. What is this hell realm? Greetings, blessed beyond measure. Tell somebody. Come on in. We're talking about understanding the hell realm and understanding how you can set yourself free from the hell realm and why narcissists get trapped in the hell realm. Why narcissists get trapped in the hell realm, you see? So this is what we're going to be uncovering today, talking about the hell realm, what it is, the mechanics of it, and how and why narcissists get trapped in this hell realm. You know, what is this hell realm, right? And how you can set yourself free. Hi, Sarita. Welcome in. Hi, Dawn Marie. Tell somebody. It's going to be a real expose. We're talking about the mechanics of how Earth, in many ways, has the hell realm and how this hell realm traps narcissists and how empaths can set themselves free from this hell realm. This is what we're going to be talking about today. Welcome in. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Ellie. Hope you're all doing okay. Welcome. We're setting up the vibrations today with Tupubria. This is from Senegal's own Youssou N'Dour. We're talking today about the demon code, why narcissists are demons, and how empaths can use compassion to set themselves free. Hi, Wi-Fi. I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to get started. We're setting it off with vibrations from Senegal's own Youssou N'Dour on this Lionsgate portal. Today being August 8th has a lot of significance astrologically in many ways, spiritually as well. It's the Lionsgate portal. And today we are decoding how you can set yourself free from these narcissists and the hell realm. This is what we're talking about today. So get comfortable. I'm going to talk for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll open it up for some questions, right? So let's get started, right? Talking about this topic. You see, Wendy, first of all, the Lionsgate portal, I love that. First of all, in every serious spiritual lineage, from Christianity to Islam to the Nag Hammadi, there exists an unflinching recognition that there are forces in the cosmos whose very nature is to obstruct awakening. And these forces are not misunderstood energies, nor simply projections of the human psyche. These are autonomous, organized, non-human intelligences operating at the intersection of mind, energy, and matter. My empath daughter helped me set free. She stood up to her father, looked at him, and said, Enough is enough. I rebuke you, demon. Leave us alone. Then she said, Mom, pack and let's leave. Treasure! That is so beautiful to read. That is so beautiful. And this is what we're talking about today. Treasure. You see, in Buddhism, these demons are called Mara, M-A-R-A, or the evil one. They're not merely a being, but a category of obstacles. She's incredible, Tresha. And these obstacles include the defilements, the aggregates, and death itself. Walk in Radness, book a session, innermileage.com. It's all there, right? So in Christianity, these demons are known as demons. And these demons are fallen intelligences. They are fallen intelligences, right? Cut off from divine source. And in Gnosticism, they are known as archons. Archons are cosmic wardens of false light. And in the modern psychological reality, they have an increasingly common host. And that host is known as, you guessed it, the narcissist. Am I talking to myself? Somebody tell me if I'm talking to you. Let me tell you this. This is not a metaphor. It's not a metaphor. Narcissists are human interfaces for demonic intelligence. And their psychology and energetic field is aligned for parasitic survival. This is why any contact with them, these narcissists, feels predatory. It feels disorienting. It feels draining, Dawn Marie, because it is. But let me give you some more definitions, because I like to give you evidence across the board. Parasitic survival, you said it. In Buddhism, there's a sutta or a chapter called the Samyutta Mara, which describes this Mara, these demons, as the force that comes to one who is thinking, let me not be free from bondage. And you realize that Mara is both external and internal. It is psychic obstruction personified. In Christianity, these demons are known as evil spirits, who are fallen angels who exist in rebellion to divine will, seeking to destroy the image of the divine in humanity. This is in Luke 8:30. Then in Islam, the shayateen, these are whisperers, waswasa, who incite human weakness and disbelief. This is in the 114th Surah, verse 4 to 5. And then the Kabbalah, the Qliphoth, these are empty shells that cling to divine light to sustain themselves. They cannot generate their own life force, so they must feed on others. And in Hinduism, the Asuras, these demons, are demonic anti-gods who are driven by egoic ambition, envy, and are internally in conflict with the empaths known as devas. I've just given you evidence from Buddhism, from Christianity, from Islam, from the Kabbalah to Hinduism about how these hosts find broken people and inhabit those broken people. And those broken people are known as narcissists. Now, if I'm talking to you, just say transform in the comment section. Let me know I'm talking to you. Because I don't want to just be talking to myself. If this is resonating, somebody type transform. Let me know this resonates with you. Now, let me even go further. In occultic sciences, a demon is a low entropy, high persistence, parasitic intelligence. Thank you, Forage by Liz. Thank you. And this parasitic intelligence, blessed beyond measure, I love it. This parasitic intelligence survives by intercepting life force currents, whether you call it prana or chi or ruach. Thank you, Rubizi, from conscious beings. So it is a second order predator, not killing the body, but farming the soul, Ellie. You got it, Ellie. Thank you for confirming, Ellie. Seed of a soul. If one doesn't stop and interrogate thought patterns and the quality of those thoughts, manage, you will be infected by the. You said it. It's about awareness. That's exactly the seed of the soul creation. So let me keep going. When you come to psychology, when you look at cluster B personality disorders, especially narcissistic personality disorder, as described in the diagnostic model by the American Psychological Association, narcissists mirror the following. They have an absence of empathy because their mirror systems are dysfunctional. Then they have predatory charm because that's their social camouflage, right? And then they thrive on energetic extraction, especially through annoying you, through emotional exploitation. The Psychological Association describes their exploitative interpersonal style, but it doesn't go into the energetic dimension because narcissists are masters at energies. That's why they live in hell. They know how to manipulate dark energies. Exactly, Ellie. They feed and they destroy. So we also know that from a scientific perspective, a narcissist has hypo, not hyper. Hypo means lower activity in the part of the brain that induces empathy. So the narcissist from the brain has no empathy. Then the narcissist also has hyperactivation in a part of their brain that creates dopamine spikes from dominance and humiliation. So the narcissist becomes addicted to other people's distress. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? And this neurochemical loop I've just described mirrors parasitic feeding cycles in biology. Exactly, Busy. That's what they do. Now, in sustained moral violation, if they keep doing this, it affects your auric field. And this is actually measurable by what's known as Kirlian photography. You can see the waves. You can actually see this scientifically, temporal mapping, right? So the narcissist ego becomes the operating interface for the demon's will. I just said something. The narcissist, because of everything I've just described, low empathy, predatory charm, chemical imbalance, Manu, and such, they become an interface for the demon's will. We're in dark times filled with dark forces from predatory forces. Carlos Castaneda, exactly. And I don't know who gave this thumbs down. I don't know who you are. But Seed of a Soul recreation, you're absolutely right. Oh, Ivelisse, 100, I'm so sorry. How are you dealing with that, Ivelisse? How are you dealing with that? You see, 11:11, Manu, I love that. It's 11:11, so you must be Central Time, right? Congratulations on this Lionsgate. I love it. Hey, Ellie. So let me go into why empaths target, why narcissists target empaths, why demons target angels. You see, an empath is not just sensitive, but a high bandwidth energy transceiver, which means that the empath has an elevated vagal tone to regulate themselves. The empath has high oxytocin, and oxytocin is the bonding chemical. In Hermeticism, empaths are known as light bearers. Oh, blessed beyond measure. I'm so sorry. How old are your daughters? How old is she, I believe? And how old is yours, blessed beyond measure? So what happens is these narcissists are known as monadic flames because what they do is exactly what parasitic entities do to prolong their tether to the material plane. 45, oh my gosh. And this is why these narcissists have no shame. They have no shame. They will leave the door open. They will hoover. They will love bomb you. They will beg. They will plead. They will lie. They will cheat because the existence of the narcissist is dependent on how much energy they can extract from a narcissist. Meaning that without extracting empathic energy, especially through triggering an empath, there is no narcissist. The narcissist cannot live. Don't you see why the narcissists are so evil the way they are? And so resilient and so persistent? They're this way because this is what they need to survive. You see, they have no shame, pretty shield. And when you know this, how does it make you feel towards the narcissist? She creates so much chaos because chaos, at least, is how she feels normal. Don't you see the game? How does it make you feel, Ellie? Right? How does it make you feel, pretty shield, when you realize this about the narcissist? And this is what they do. So, seed of a soul, you are saying something so profound because to wake up from narcissistic abuse in your personal life, and most of us do not wake up in just a matter of years. You have to go through narcissistic abuse for decades to realize you're an empath. To wake up, seed of a soul recreation, from narcissistic abuse in your personal life is to wake up to the way the world actually works. To wake up to the spirit of Narcissus and Jezebel all around the world. You see what I'm saying to you, seed of a soul recreation? But I think you already knew that. You see? So the mechanics of demonic entanglement is as such. There's energetic scanning with the narcissist would subconsciously monitor you. That's why they're called monitoring spirits, right? And that's why these spirits will show up at work, at school, at home, everywhere. Then what the narcissists also do, soft thing, is they mirror you. Somebody talked about that in Instagram. They mirror you so well, and they become a manifestation of your deepest fears and traumas, and they become the antithesis to all the things you're afraid of, which is why you fall for them, whether they're your parents or not. At time, you're right. The other thing they like to do, we all believe they could change. That's why we're stuck in it for decades. And nobody escapes narcissistic abuse without going through it for decades. In my experience, from what I've seen people go through narcissistic abuse for seven decades, 6 decades, 5 decades, 4 decades. I don't just see people who've gone through it for 5 years. I see people who've gone through it their whole lives. And this is because the narcissist is very, very adept at what is called energetic hooking, Wendy. This is exactly it. When you're strong powerfully, they move into your next slide without looking back, reframe everything that happened with them. It collapses all the time. You're talking about the observer effect. You're talking about the observer effect, Wendy. You're talking quantum physics. The people govern them. Oh, seed of a soul, you're too much. You know, we have to be mindful how we say that, right? But you just said it. I said it, you said it, I didn't say it, and you picked it up. Another thing these narcissists do is they harvest energy. Pretty shield. They harvest energy, and your stomach shouldn't tighten when you recognize them. You should be celebrating anytime you recognize them, because to recognize and see a narcissist is a gift of psychic ability and intuitive knowing, because the average person can't identify a narcissist. So they harvest energy, and then they also end up fragmenting you. So you find that you're discombobulated, you have ADHD, you have OCD, you have anxiety. This is because the narcissist, by the way they treat you with the up and down, they fragment your psyche. You start going insane and you become dissociated. And when you're dissociated, you open new portals for more demonic entity embedding, pretty shield. They have no integrity and they create so much drama. They don't deserve to be around you, pretty shield. Don't you see what I'm trying to tell you, my dear Chickasaw sister or Choctaw sister? This is what it is. So you cannot free yourself from narcissistic abuse until you start to love yourself. You cannot free yourself from narcissistic abuse until you forgive. You cannot free yourself from narcissistic abuse until you start to validate yourself for yourself. You see, you cannot free yourself, Alliance Redeemed, until you've gone through an ego death. And an ego death is tantamount to losing everything, your sense of self, your sense of normal, your sense of certainty, until the only thing that's left is surrender. Because it's only in surrender where there is true spiritual ascension. Because in surrender, there is no ego. And you remember, the narcissist can only reach you when you are deeply connected to your ego. But the moment you give up your ego, no narcissist can reach you because the narcissist operates in the ego. So it's ego to ego. You see, healing is possible through Christ's self-examination and surrender to the Most High. Of course, our hands redeemed. And the Most High can mean anything to anyone, as long as we're talking about the universe. Some people call the Most High the field. Some call the Most High the universe. Some call the Most High the mother. Some call the Most High the mother, father. Some call the Most High the all. Some call the Most High, I don't know. Some call the Most High silence. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? Alliance redeemed. And I subscribe to Yeshua Mashiach, which is Christ consciousness. You get me? This is meta to religion. Yes, foraged by Liz. So the ego says, I can do it, I do it. I'm the thinker, I'm the doer. And when you come into deep introspection and reflection, you realize that, yes, you take inspired action, but things happen with or without you. You see, right now, you are in this live because of your observer effect, because you're paying attention, you're looking. But if you weren't in this live to you, foraged by Liz, would not exist. So the ego brings things that are unsatisfactory into existence because the ego believes it's the doer. But when you shift from realizing that you are the observer, not the doer, no narcissist can trick you. Because in your observation of the narcissist, you begin to see the games they play. In your observation of the narcissist, you begin to see what is, not what you are. And the whole idea is to shift. Awakening is simply about seeing things as they are, foraged by Liz, not as you are. Because when you awaken and you see things as you are seeing trauma. But when you see things as they are, you are seeing truth. This is what I mean, foraged by Liz. Does that help? That's exact with you or without you. That's exactly it, Ellie. Oh, you can spot them, Cassie, because you've been through everything. That's why you can see them. Gabriel, how you doing? My oldest son is called Gabriel. Mary Jane, did I answer your question about the ego? Someone else has to have the same question. Did that answer your question? Kill self-importance and you observe and see the full landscape of this reality. That's exactly its seed of the soul. Now, I'm willing to take not just questions by text, but on Instagram and TikTok, if you want to come on video, just invite yourself or audio, and we can answer your questions. But you see, dealing with the narcissist is like dealing with mathematics. You have to think mathematically. It's all about resonance, negative, positive. You have to think in terms of polarity. So here's the polarity. The narcissist, because they live in hell. And let me tell you something about narcissism and empaths. It is normal. It is the norm on this planet for people to be mean. It is the norm on this planet for people to be gossipy. It is the norm on the planet for people to be hateful. Why? Because everyone who enters this planet goes through conditioning. And conditioning is rooted in fear. Conditioning can also lead to trauma. And when you go into even some religious expressions, I'll give you two, which I use often. In the Christian cosmology, it says, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of the divine. All. Means everybody gets screwed. Then you come into the Buddha Dharma, first noble truth. Life is suffering. So it is the norm for us to be narcissistic or have narcissistic traits. It is the miracle for you to come back to kindness because that's your original nature. It is rare to come back to full kindness, even though we're all 8 billion of us as representations of the divine are capable of great kindness. Let me give you the evidence. All the problems in the world are not because the politicians are not doing their jobs. All the problems in the world are happening because we, the humans, are not nice to each other. All the wars, all the chaos, all the fears in the world are because of you and I. All it is because of us. So if you want a different world, a better world, it is to change yourself first. Because by changing yourself, you change the world. And remember, I said it is completely normal for people to be mean and self-interested and agenda driven because this is what life does. And when you understand this, don't you feel compassion? Now, compassion doesn't mean you condone it. Compassion doesn't mean you have boundaries. But I'm just pointing to you when you connect to your empathic heart. Hi, Leanne. When you understand this, it becomes impossible for you to hate anybody. Now, you may not ever want to see them or talk to them again, but you cannot hate them because you know they became victims of programming. The narcissist is simply a broken child who went through so much hell, they became hell. And when you understand that these demons are hell, they not only just create hell, they became hellish. You realize that they're like the people who get tainted. It's like in the movie Sinners by Ryan Coogler. Anybody who gets bitten by a vampire becomes a vampire too. But the vampires don't want to be vampires, but they cannot escape being vampires. So they hate it when you're not a vampire. They want to make you a vampire. This is it. Narcissists don't want to be narcissists. They just don't know how to do it any other way. And that's most of the world. You said it, Don Marie. So when you come to this understanding, Leanne Rubizzi, don't you understand why you're an empath? All the times you were made to feel weak and stupid. All the while you were the main event. All the times you were invalidated because the devils feel invalidated, which is why they had to do that for you, to you. All the control, all the embedding, all the manipulation, all the superiority is because you activate inferiority in narcissists. I don't care if the narcissist is a billionaire in your name or your boss or your mother or somebody of authority to you. That narcissist wants to be you. Because the fundamental explanation of narcissist is the person has a false self that needs to feel superior. If you're healthy, do you need to feel superior? You don't need to feel superior, Forage by Liz. You don't need to. Your sister, Leanne. Oh my goodness. I want to hear more about this. Leanne, you can book a free session if you want us to talk in more details. She's a billionaire. So there's a saying that you're so poor, all you have is money. Now, don't get me wrong. I love money. I think money is good. And abundance comes from the divine, but not greed. You see, and when all you have in your abundance is money, you're really poor indeed. This is what happens. True divine wealth comes from acknowledging the diamonds that live in your heart. The diamonds that live in you. That's why they want our soul, Dawn Marie. This is what it's about. And when you start to wake up from this, you realize that all along you were the one they wanted to be, because these narcissists want to wear your skin. They want to be you. Can you imagine wanting to be someone else? How would you feel if you wanted to be someone else so badly? What would that obsession do to you? Sarita, please book a session. Innermileage.com. Just book a free session. Ellie, this is why love is more, and love is the highest vibration. And when you're in a true place of love, you find that most people come meet you there because love is a mirror. You get what I'm saying? This is what it is. You see? So love is the only way you defeat the narcissist. Love means boundaries. Hey, Pretty Shield, how you doing?
Grand rising.
What it is? What did it tell us? What's happening with you today with understanding forgiveness and love and overcoming these narcissists?
Well, forgiveness has always been hard on me because I never understood why I was called a bully and I was being called a narcissist. They felt comfortable just calling me names, and all I ever did was try to help. And I know I've jumped on here before to share, and I do have a question.
Yes.
I am I mean, always.
Yes.
When you pop in my head, because you do, because it's amazing to finally see someone on my TV that understands what I'm going through and help me understand what I go through on a daily basis, because I get confused. I'm like, wait. I do nothing but try to help and give and tell the truth, and I'm the bad guy. What am I doing wrong? So for a long time, I would spiral, like, what's wrong with me? And then boom, I woke up and I was like, oh, these people are hysterical. It's not me, it's them.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, such freedom. I am so happy. I'm so grateful. I am so thankful for everyone that placed or tried to place pain on me. They gave me strength and power.
Woo!
Now I can smile.
Woo!
And I send them love. I send you love. I hope you jot it down. I am psychic. Thank you for recognizing me.
Wow.
I have my ears burning when the bad people are talking about me, so I can tell Creator, I give it to you. I pray for them, heal them, protect them, watch over them, and banish those evil doers trying to jump on me.
Woo!
Not allowed. I'll eat them for breakfast, and you know it. So yes, I do walk around now. People, I do see now. I am a little intimidating, and I don't mean to be. I really don't. But now I see why all my life I scared my relatives. Yes, I am Native American. I am proud. And that's my question. So as a child, I shared with you last time when I was 3, I remember just looking at them like scared to death because I spoke.
Yes.
Because I see now what I do with people, and I don't realize I'm doing it up until I woke up.
So let me ask you this.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Were the people who were abusing you, were they also from your tribe, also Native Americans?
Some, yes, of course.
Yeah.
We have both them ours. They're struggling too, but it was not my family. My family were trying to protect me, trying to keep my education low key until I was old enough to speak out and protect myself. Because remember, if anyone can recall, my people were not allowed to practice spirituality until we're in the 70s. And literally, if you spoke like you or me, we're crazy. They're going to put us in a psycho ward. You're done. Talking to your spirits again. We consider you bipolar, schizophrenic. We're making movies on that. This literally happened to my people. So
yes.
And they didn't want to tell me that. My people, my family were beautiful souls.
Yes.
They were warriors. They walked out of boarding school warriors and went on and proud. I come from proud people, Lieutenant Colonel in the Marine Corps. They went on to become politicians to make a difference.
I get it. I get everything you're saying, and I'll say this to you very quickly before we let you go, right? Very quickly. Then you will not be connected to the inner joy and power you have without dealing with friends, family, strangers who themselves became narcissists because they were on the receiving end of trauma from other narcissists.
Yes.
And you escaped that.
Yes.
As an empath, as a person, as a human, but also from the lineages that you've come from, which are lineages that have been brutalized. So you are the activation of things that relatives in your DNA as a Native woman from 100 years, 200 years ago could not do. And you're doing it. Don't you see your power? This is who you are.
Yes, and you'll hear me and I hear myself now, that little child, you'll hear, I get really excited when I start speaking loud like a little child, that little child that was told, don't say those things.
Don't say those things. Say them. Speak them. Speak them. Speak it all. Speak everything. Speak.
Now, but I do have a question before.
Yeah, let's take your question real quick before we let you go. Yeah, what's the question real quick?
No, okay. I know how to do this now, but I'm asking for everybody else because I'm sure people do this too. I guess my soul knows what this person is doing. So when I communicate with them, I'm literally telling them without telling them, I know what you're doing. I see your lies and you're not going to get over on me. And that's what I was saying when I was young, like possibly the little girl you spoke of earlier in your first presentation, a few minutes of it, about the little girl casting out away the demons. That's what I did too as a 3-year-old, and I still see myself doing it. But as an adult now, I know how to stop it before I vomit out something that they're not even going to bother with, and they'll pick apart and could try to control me with.
Mm-hmm.
But do you see what I'm saying? I know what they're doing, and somehow I'll tell them a story of, I know what you're doing, you're not doing it.
Let me just say this to you very quickly. The learning right now for you is to speak less and listen more.
Correct. And then I tell them I know what they're doing, and they're not doing it to me in a nice way that they don't realize it until the next time I see them. Then the next time I see them, I'm getting the looks.
So you are wasting. Can I just be honest with you before I let you go?
Sure, yes, please.
You're wasting your time and energy.
Yes, I have before. But that's why do we do that?
Because we're still seeking validation. You have to know that the gift and knowledge and awareness you have comes from the divine, which is above validation. And as long as you're seeking validation, you're still caught up in the narcissist trap. You're still resonant. Your gifts and your talents are only relevant to people assigned to you. The wounded empath wants to help everybody. The awakened empath only offers it to those who apply with sincerity, those assigned to you. Anyone not assigned to you is not your responsibility, except the responsibility to love all and hate none. Do you see what I'm saying to you, Pretty Shield?
Yes.
So that's the message. Your message is to trust that your words are diamonds. And are you going to throw your diamonds in front of everybody who comes in front of you?
No, sir.
Accept them more. Know how expensive your words are and your presence is, and act accordingly. You see what I'm saying, Pretty Shield?
Yes, sir. I do now.
All right. I appreciate you. Come back anytime, yeah? I got to take another call, but come back anytime.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Take care, y'all.
Bye. All right. Hi, Yashuron. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing blessed, brother.
I'm glad to hear it. Tell us what's on your mind. What are you going through?
Well, what I was going through, I will make that past tense.
Yes.
Because I went through a cycle where I didn't know what this type of behavior was. I couldn't, put a finger on it. And, I came across a video from a young lady. Her name was Mommy Sochu. I don't know some of her videos. I started to get education on, all of the behavior tactics, silent treatment, gaslighting. I didn't know what this was. So, long story short, I got up, got educated, and, I noticed, everything that I was learning, I was actually going through. And so with that being said, I got up, got my stuff, got out. She told me to get out, and I got out.
Mm-hmm.
When I got out, I had no plan, no nothing. I was sleeping in my bed and, still going to work, doing what I needed to do. And in a matter of months, my boss gave me a house.
Wow.
Yeah, now I'm living in a 3-bedroom house. I don't, let people know about my personal life at the job. But then after that, I was sleeping in a van. Now, right out parked outside, I have a Mercedes GL 450 that my neighbor gave me. So it's funny because when you recognize this narcissistic spirit and you defeat it,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? By all means alleged possible, the Most High, He will raise you up again. And I am a living witness right here, right now.
Can you speak directly into your speaker so we can hear this testimony? Because you're saying something, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry if I'm
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, if that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I was saying that the Most High will raise you up once you defeat this narcissistic spirit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, I didn't know anything about this. When we growing up Christian, trying to be a good husband, a good wife, those principles are embedded in you. So you want to do the right thing. Maybe that's just the empathic spirit. That's some people.
That's not the empath spirit, my brother. Do you know what happened to you, my brother?
What?
You have lived your whole life doing the right thing, being good to people, even when no one was watching. You've done that your whole life.
Right.
You have been a good person to everyone in your life.
Yes.
To the point where some people even misunderstood your steadiness for silliness.
Right.
And this is why you're getting all these good things, so you can do more good things.
Exactly.
And your winning season hasn't even begun, Mr. GL4. You see what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
I'm talking to your spirit. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the you within you within you.
Yeah.
Look at you. See me?
Yeah, bro.
You just enter your winning season.
Yeah.
It's just beginning.
Yeah.
It's just and it won't make sense. And let me tell you something. You don't have to explain anything to anyone.
Right. Exactly.
And be comfortable having private celebrations. Oh wow! Thank
That's
you.
Exactly.
Wow! Wow!
I am so enjoying right now.
Wow! And there's nobody you can share this with except your gratitude in your heart.
That's what it is. Is gratitude.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And you have been through everything. You know how I knew you've overcome everything? You know when you said I'm going to speak in the past tense, that's how I knew you've reached.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want to congratulate you, Yah. I want to congratulate you, Yah Shuran. Yah. Yah. Yah.
Yes.
Am I talking to you, Yah?
Yes. Yes.
Am I talking to you, Yah?
You're talking to.
I love you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes,
let me. Can I? Oh, I appreciate.
Thank you for having me here on the panel.
Oh man, you're welcome anytime. And I if I may, with your permission, I just want to continue to wish you joy, and I thank you for the joy that you've shared with us today, and your good fortune, and may you always, as the Buddhists say, may you always be abundant.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
One love, one love, one love, one love. You see, this is the message. Sarita, kindness for weakness happens to me all the time because you are an angel. And an angel who became wounded, so you gave it to everybody. And now it's time to give it to those assigned to you. That's the message, Dawn Marie. You get this is the whole kit and caboodle. Let's take one more call. You see, this is what it is. And when you understand this, you're on a different level. Miss Becca, what it is. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I'm cooking and I was like, I have to jump in.
What? You're cooking, you're making it. Tell us, Wagwan, what's been happening with you? What's your story?
First of all, I think I discovered you like 3 weeks ago. You showed up on my timeline and I started following something that I wasn't aware was coming up again for me. And maybe I will share it so maybe it encourages someone else. But I have had my fair share of a similar story that the guy was talking about, not in marriage, but in family and people that I thought were very close to me. And I've had to become what you just told him, like I celebrate in private. It used to bother me before, but it doesn't. I actually like it now. I like just talking to myself, saying, wow, I can't believe universe, my ancestors, God, whatever, I cannot believe that this is happening for me. And for a long time, like, growing up, how I would like to come back to your life when I finish cooking and eating dinner with my husband, but
Yeah,
growing
absolutely.
up in a concept of, I don't know where everybody else is from, but I'm African.
Mm-hmm.
And the African culture sort of glorifies the abuse of parent to children.
Completely.
It puts the honor on the child to tolerate, that nonsense, and you have to live in that madness. And in 2015, I ran into your channel 3 weeks ago, and I'm getting somewhere all over the place.
That's okay.
But three weeks ago, I think about mid-July or end of July, I had, in the last 6 months, been very busy. I just finished my PhD.
Yes.
And so I was not having any time. I didn't even have time to do anything. Sometimes I don't even get to shower in a day because I'm in a hurry to submit my thesis and all of that. And as soon as I finished, I think 2 days after, I completely collapsed. And at first, my husband was telling me, oh, you've been sleeping. And like I was on a 13, 14-hour shift every day having that pain. So I thought that was what was happening for me then. And after like 3 days of being physically, I could feel myself that I'm sick, And I thought maybe if I go to the massage, I went to the Thai lady down, I was still feeling the same way. And it got to the point that after nearly a week, I started crying. And I didn't even know why I was crying. I was so emotional. And of course, I was depressed, to be honest. But it was a sadness that I didn't understand. And I was crying a lot about things that had happened a long time ago. Like I broke contacts. Let me not say I divorced my mother spiritually and physically in 2015. And I sort of uprooted myself and I moved on with my life. And I didn't really care about explaining to people. Most people who know me didn't know what was happening in my life. And in the same year, I met somebody that I also had to incidentally, I think 2 months after I left my mother and her mess, I met a friend in 20, it was very quick. It was 2 months after I left my mother. Now I'm sleeping in my car like that guy because it wasn't a decision. Like I didn't leave my mother having planned it. It was so many things that happened in childhood. And then one last thing happened and it's like a demon possessed me. I still remember that night vividly. Somebody was telling me someone, like my mother was, I don't know what happened to her. But my mother was very destructive in my life, to the point my mother used to call people I was dating, say stuff about me, my mother was my first bully, my first narcissist, my first smear campaign was my mother. And she somehow had a daughter that she wrote into this, who's also a victim, but I don't care. My mother had taken her hatred for me to my workplace. I've been a child that, she didn't want to have, and she tried to abort. So when people offend me or people want to fight me, I'm like, if I were you, I wouldn't fight you because I was born in spite of 3 abortion attempts. So don't fight. I don't look for trouble, but don't look for my trouble because you would think I'm alone, but the invisible, my ancestors would go to war with you. But I didn't. I'm saying, I see you smiling. I want to come back and tell my story, but I think that's what you're trying to do.
You must come back. But let me tell you.
I will come back.
Let me talk to you, Miss Becca. Let me talk to you, Dr. Becca. My sister. I want you to look at me.
Yeah.
Are you looking at me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hey. You see how I'm dressed today?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, I see it.
Let me tell you what. This is untypical but typical. You were born into a family of enemies.
Yes, I was.
The enmity you experience is not related to how in African culture we say, oh, there's some old lady in the village
No.
casting juju and voodoo and all that. No. You come from a lineage of broken, abused people.
Yeah.
Now, I know in African culture, you may say something like, oh, these parents are more conservative. No, they're not more conservative. The parents are the way they are because of colonialism. Imagine a 46-year-old man working at a post office in Ibadan, and a 24-year-old boy from Nottingham is calling him boy, 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 boy. When this man comes home to his amala, you think he's smiling with his children and his wife? Huh?
Yeah.
No,
but-
because colonialism dehumanized our sense of dignity, that we all became angry people. So the mothers and fathers became angry because they're dehumanized. How are they going to be kind to their children?
I think it's like let me go back to where I was. So there's a video of yours. I'm going through this crisis where I'm barely getting out of showering some days. I couldn't even leave the bed. I was very depressed, but I didn't realize that I was depressed. And I was crying one day, and my auntie said to me, you know what I just saw on Facebook? 2 days ago was 20th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the day you sent all of us an email telling us that you had left your mother and you want nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
And my auntie was like, it's 10 years. My auntie was like, I've also been wondering what's going on with you. And then now I've realized there's something happening that you threw away so you could cope with life.
That's right.
How you've been doing. And that was what you said. You said something about cycles and how when it's time for a cycle to change, there's an uncomfortable feeling. So I was in therapy for a long time, but because I've been so busy, I had sort of said, okay, and now I think I know how to deal with my own shit and process things that don't need to be there every week. But now I've gone back because I realized that those things were coming up, like my therapist said to me, because I have to deal with them, because I pushed it away so I could move on with my life.
Yes.
And so I had to, sort of call people and tell them, even though there were people who knew me as a kid, but they didn't know that my
Do you know why your mother treated you like that? Or should I tell you?
The thing is, she has other children, right?
Yes.
So as a kid, I went through my period of trying to diagnose her. She had mental health issues because I just couldn't understand how a mother could treat her.
So do you know, let me ask you, do you know why, Miss Becca? Why your mother? Why?
I know why.
Why?
I have to come back and tell you my story.
You have to come back, yeah?
I will come back.
Yeah.
But something my auntie sent me in 2012. I grew up in London and in Lagos.
Yes.
I'm living in Berlin.
Yes.
In 2012, I went with a friend to go and see her psychic, but I didn't know why we went there. My friend, she was Hungarian.
Yep.
And we go to this Russian woman's house, and she goes into a room, but I'm waiting for her in the living room.
Yes.
She was there for a while. I didn't even know what she went to do, but I'm just there on my phone scrolling on Facebook. After she's done, the woman comes out with her and stands somewhere and is just watching me. And she didn't speak English, so she comes to me after a while. I looked up, I was like, why is this woman looking at me? She came to me and she said, God gave her a message for me. At that time, I'd left the church. I was like, this shit is not for me.
Yeah.
And then she said, if I'm okay, she wants to tell me what my ancestors are telling her about me, because it's going to happen in the future. So she brings out her phone and she's typing, I think it was in Russian or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm translating it. But because I didn't believe, I thought it was a joke. First of all, she said, like, are you named after someone? I said, yes. My name, Rebecca, is my grandfather's mother died the year I was born. And my grandparents, from the minute I was born, they took me from my mother because my mother didn't want to have me. They raised me their child. So I didn't even get to meet her until I was 9. And it was very interesting to me that this woman who had never met me said to me, "Are you named after someone else?" Like, yeah. She said, "You're named after someone that you have to do what she wanted to do, what she couldn't do." And like, it was so many. I sent it to my friend because I didn't believe it. Like, I sent all this, I was translating it. I still have it now because my friend sent them back to me.
I love it.
And she told me so many things. And she said in the message, which I didn't believe, but this year, 3 weeks ago, now I believe, she said, like, I was born with an assignment that I chose.
Thank you very much. Okay, now you're talking. And we don't have a lot of time because we're about to end. And I want to have a deeper conversation with you because you are beginning to realize why you were born into wickedness. The only way you would come to the calling as a true divine being is you have to be born into wickedness. Why? Because you see, the narcissists are narcissists because they became the wickedness. The empath is the empath because despite the wickedness, the empath remains or becomes kinder. And this is how the mother, father trusts you and starts to reveal your gifts to you and your assignment. This is what happens. This is the whole kit and caboodle. So you gotta come back. I'm here on these lives Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. But you can also book a free session on my website, innermanage.com. And I'm glad you're in therapy and you'll find out all these things. You just were raised by a lot of demons because you have a calling, Miss Becca, and finally you're able to speak. But I can leave you with one nugget, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Silence.
Yeah. Yep.
So before you go, and for everybody, this is for you. This is God Loves Everyone by Leon Bridges. Listen to this. Don't go, Miss Becca. Are you listening?
Yeah.
God loves everyone. This is Leon Bridges. This is Leon Bridges. God loves the world. God loves the storm as it flees, the girls on the street, just the same as you. Have to feel this. You have to feel the tenderness, the love. You have to feel it. God loves. You have to feel. You have to feel loved. You have to hug yourself because that's where self-love comes from first. Love. Love. Just put your hand on your chest and breathe and feel the energy you create when you create love in you. God loves everyone, everybody under the sun. Come on, sing it, Leon. God loves everyone. This is for us. God loves everyone just the same. Just the same. God sees all the folks on their own. God knows what it's like. One love. One love. Love is the portal. Love is how we get free. I'm going to have in-person events soon, Leon. Love. God loves everyone. Everybody under the sun. And are you going to return that love by loving yourself? Return the love by being loved. Love yourself. Love you. Love you. Say something nice to yourself today. Love you. Wendy, I love you. I love you all. One love. Until Monday. Until Monday. One love. Thank you so much. One love. Huh. Give thanks. One love.